Hello, welcome to this evening's YouTube live, except it isn't live, and I do apologise about that, but today is a little of a difficult day, so I'm not here absolutely. I'm here with you in thoughts, but not in person, so I do apologise for that. So therefore, there won't be any opportunity there for you to do a live chat, I'm afraid, so we'll catch up with that on Sunday. Don't forget that any purchases today will be put into the draw and we'll have another giveaway. So looking forward to being able to do that for you. We had a winner on Sunday for Mary Cook, and I know that her prize is winging its way. And whilst I talk about winging its way, I do, oh dear, the Royal Mail strike is causing great grief to me. I just ask for your patience. I know I'm not the only one that has the problem, but I do feel terrible that these things aren't able to get through quicker than they are doing. So bear with me, bear with me. So today, what have I got for you? Well, I've got a bit of a twofer. Well, not really a twofer. It's a fairly new Spellbinders die set, which is called Candy Stripes. It's just one die, but you can get kind of like two looks with it. So this is how it will come out once, and if you do it twice, flip it over, you've got this second sort of like Argyle type pattern, which I think is lovely. And I've done already a Christmas version, and I'm going to do, I'll show you that afterwards, but I'm going to do the sort of non-Christmas version, because this one could be for any occasion, depending on whatever colour it is that you want to add to it. So let's cut out a piece for you first, so that you can see what it is. So my card that I'm going to use is sort of mauves and purples. So I'm going to use the Amethyst Mirror card, satin card section, and I've chosen this one, which is the satin version of it. So I'm just going to pop that into place. So we've got an outer die and we've got the inner die as well, and I'm just going to pop that together and run that through. Now, depending on which way your die is, sometimes you might need to turn this, because there's quite a lot of cutting, quite a lot of thin cuts. So let's see how we go with it doing it one way. Run that through. As I said, I have done a Christmas version of it, but I think that this one is suitable to do all sorts. So we'll give it a go. Let's just go through. Now I have already cut one out because I want to do like a double one for this. Let's just see. No, I think we just check. Whoops. You can see that I have managed to cut all of that out, so that's great. So pop that one to one side. As I said, I have already cut one out earlier. So here are all my bits. Now they all need to be just pushed through, which they should come through very, very simply. Now again, you could save these pieces and do some beautiful designs with paper piecing, just doing the different colours and popping the different colours through. You could, if you were clever, even start threading and weaving this as well, come to think of it. So there's lots of opportunities. And as I said, if you do these in different colours, they just look stunning, all the different colour combinations that you can have. So Candy Stripes it is. You can see now I've got this beautiful colour. Now let's just, for me, I'm actually going to just throw these, I have to admit, but you could, if you wished. Just trying to find a piece of card. Pick up these pieces. The silicone mat is really good for keeping pieces of paper in without moving them, but when you're trying to get little bits off, it can be a bit of a nuisance. So now I've taken also the backing, and let's bring that through here. Sorry, it's disappeared to the back. And I've cut it a little bit wider than the backing itself, just a fraction, because I thought that looked quite nice. And then, I'm not sure whether I want, so that's the other one that I cut out. I think I'm going to put that one on top. So can you see what a difference putting two together makes? And likewise, if I was to put a different colour behind even, this is just a scrap, but if you put the white behind, yeah, or this actually happens to be a gold piece, put the gold piece behind. It really does make such and such a difference. But I'm going to go for a bit of a subtle look there. So now, one thing I would say is the actual thing always cuts out that way round. So if you have got a piece of card which is only single-sided coated, which this one is the one that obviously must remain that way round, because your other piece, in order to create the look that we're going for, needs to be flipped. And for me, the piece that's flipped, which therefore is not showing the right side of your card, is always best to go underneath, because then if there was any slight imperfections, completely gone now by popping that one straight on the top. So I'm going to do some spray glue of it, because that's easier, but it's easy to put on with just little bits of glue, because they're quite wide pieces and not a problem. So I'm just going to put that on so that I have got that little tiny border all the way round. So that one goes onto there, and then that one is going to go straight on top. I'll pop that in my box here, and then just put some spray glue on it again. But as I said, ordinary glue would work absolutely fine as well. So I'm just going to marry these two up together. Oops. And pop that on. Oh, whilst I think about it, the gorgeous living hinges that John did at the weekend, they went live at 3 o'clock today. Hopefully everything will have worked whilst I'm not there to organise that, but just in case, there will be a very limited stock, so pop over if you want to. There are some spare of the long hole punch dies that maybe for those of you who bought the living hinge before might just want the hole punch die on its own, so there are just a handful of those as well. So here we go. That is our beautiful candy stripe, and as I say, can look so different with any which way you want to use. Let's make it into a card. I'm going to go with a 7x7 card blank today, and I'm going to make it into a Z fold. So I'm going to take the front of my card with the leading edge going to the folded edge and fold it backwards. Grab my bone folder and just make that folded edge there really, really crisp, so that will come open like that. I have already made some background pieces because I wanted to show you two different cards, so I've already done that. So I've taken some of the Craft Artist, now I'm just trying to think what colour this one is, aubergine I believe. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue onto the back. So this is going into the centre of my card, and I've cut that to 16.5 centimetres square. And that one can go into there. And then as well as that, I've already taken a piece of white card, 16 centimetres square. This one was 16.5, this one's 16. and I've popped it through an embossing folder. It's an old craft artist, Crafts 2 one, probably called Small Dots, I think, but I don't know because it doesn't have a name on it, and I know it's not available anymore. But I've chosen it because it's a generic one, shall we say, that it's not too fancy, because I don't want it to detract from the front of the card. But I wanted to make it so that there was some sort of texture on there. So then I've taken a piece which is 16.5, this is again in the aubergine colour, 16.5 centimetres by 8, and I'm going to pop it onto that front flap and pop a bit of glue onto there. And then trying to make sure, especially as it's such a strong colour, that it lines up with this one that's by the side of it, so that when the card is open like that, it's all lined up. And then I've taken a piece which is 16 by 7.5, which is going to go onto the front of that piece. So quite a simple base card really. And again, all the different colours can look very, very different. So my card that I've made now is going to go into the centre there, and I'm going to just pop glue onto this part. So when we're going to put it down there, I'm going to centralise it as much as possible so that it is in the centre of my card, which means that I only need glue on sort of half of it there. So just going to put that, I'm not going to put any foam on here at the moment because we've got enough texture going on. So again, popping this so that as near as I can, it is in the centre. And just press down. Now, because I've got an uneven surface there, I do want to make sure that that's going to stay stuck. Now, I've also taken some sentiments from Julie Hickey Designs, which we had a lot earlier in the year, and we're going for Happy Birthday. So I'm going to pop those on there. Now, these were really popular at the time. I think I've got literally a couple of sets left. So again, I've popped them onto the Facebook Live section so that you can see them if you want to, if you missed out on them. And just going to pop that onto there. Now I am going to put some foam onto the back of these two because I do want these to stay uppermost. So just one piece of foam on the back. And when I put them onto my card, I just want to check before I put them on that that's about right. So we've got really nice, vibrant, sentiment. And then I'm going to, I suppose you could say blend it down a little. I just wanted to add some little flowers on there. So bring that down a little bit. So I've got my happy and then birthday. Which will go into there. And then I've taken my Helebore stamp and die and made some flowers. And I'm just going to bring these into, just looking to see if I had, looking to see, like, oh, there it is. I'm going to take my handy clip and just bend these. So I've popped a petal in, pop a petal, and I'm just going to bend them down, each one, like so. And then, having done that, pop each one of them up again as well. So there's 2 large, 2 small, and 2 medium and 2 small. And there are also 4 very much smaller ones, which I probably won't use, she says. I'm not 100% sure yet. So, and then a little dab of glue into the centre of one, offset the petals, and then just press that down, giving a good piece there, and then the same with these. So whilst I'm doing this, talk to you about what else is coming. So on Sunday we are releasing the card kit for December, which is the last one this year. All 12 we've done this year. So that will be available to order as from Sunday at 11. Nice little die set for you, and all of the embellishments and bits and pieces that go with it to make you the card and whatever that you need. So looking forward to showing you that. And then it will be ready to go out. I'm not sure when the strikes are next week, but it will be ready to go out on Monday, Tuesday of next week. So do bear in mind though that these last posting dates that they talk about, if you want something to get there before Christmas, if you're thinking of getting the kit for someone for a Christmas present, little stocking filler type of thing, make sure you order it early, because I really do think, let's hope that they get this strike thing sorted out, because I don't know about you, but I've noticed that even if your post, sometimes I'm lucky, sometimes it's going through quickly, and other times people are telling me that they've received their goods, and I know it's nearly a fortnight since I sent them out. So I really don't know what they're doing. You know, bear with me on that one. Now, I'm tempted to put that one up there, and then these little ones. I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to use these, but now I think that I might. I'm only using this little handy clip in order to do that, because I just think it is handy that it works out quite well. Yeah, why not? So, just popping these all in here. You could, of course, use any flower, but I just love this one, and I think it works very well. Just to say that although it's called a Helebore, it really isn't a problem to call it something else. Let's put this tiny one out. I might be thinking that I wished I hadn't done this now, so bear with me here. I think it'll be all right. It'll be all right. When I say it'll be all right, it'll be absolutely fine. It's just what's in your head, isn't it, as to what you think that you were going to do, and then it turns out to not be quite like that at all. Yeah, I'm going to make a double one. So I've used it all. Goodness me. I was going to say that's a first, but not quite. A little bit fiddly though. That's why I don't use them, because they're a little bit fiddly. Because you know I don't like my flat flowers, do I? So let's put those two together and stick these on. So I'm okay on this side to go over the edge, but on that one I'm not, because it would be sticking to the back here, so I've just got to be a bit careful. And I do really need some little gems of some sort. So I will do that in just a second. So this one I've got to be a bit more careful that I don't go over the edge here. Okay. Because it's sort of floating, this part. Oops, get in. There's a good little flower. Now, some little gems need to go in here. the ones I've picked up are the wrong colour. So bear with me a minute. You know what it's like when you pick up every other colour but the colour that you really want. Just bear with me, because I want to do... Oh, flash one wallop. Just have a chat amongst yourselves. Oh dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear. You would think I had enough little gems and things. Aha! Aha! That's what I wanted, the pink ones. So I've got my faceted gems here. I used these at a workshop with John at the weekend, and they just seem to work really well. So I thought that I would give these two here a little gem. I've put some glue on there first. Because I think that looks quite nice. Let's see. I'm only going to put it onto these biggest flowers, I think. And not onto the little ones. Oh, get in. There you go. Which reminds me, I am putting these on as well, which are the individual rather than the packets. So now we have our card. Let's just open that up. So we have our card that's going to stand up there like that, but it's got that beautiful background, which would be just so ideal for any occasion. This one clearly is Happy Birthday. This one is a Merry Christmas. So I've used exactly the same concept of making it into a Z fold card, but the colours I've chosen here are quite different. So we've got Merry Christmas. I've not put any flowers on, but the same inside, where I've just used the background of a star embossing folder, again, very old one. And this time I've used Midnight Blue as the background, the pearlised Midnight Blue, and then I've used glitter, silver glitter card and silver mirror card, and pop that on there as well. So again, as I said, it can be very, very different look, but it can be a male card, female, Christmas, you name it. You can put your mark on here and you can make it in any shape or form you like. So as I said, this is the Candy Stripes die by Spellbinders. All of the things that I've used are, well, that are still available, obviously, as I said, the embossing folders aren't, are over on the Facebook Live section of the MaximumCrafts.com website, as is the Living Hinge and the press cut dies that were released last Sunday afternoon. They were released today at 3 o'clock, so, and very limited, so they may well be gone by now, but if not, go and grab them whilst you can. And all orders placed today, from midnight today to midnight today, are going to be popped in the drawer, and the numbers randomly checked with a new app I've got on my phone, all very exciting, that goes whiz, whiz, whiz. I know it's sad. And that will be, I will tell you who the winner of that is tomorrow morning, so that you can see who's the lucky person for that. Please bear in mind that although these items are in stock, the Royal Mail strikes are severely affecting things now. With 2 days every week, they don't seem to be able to catch up with very much of it, in my opinion, so bear with me with that. Okay, so hopefully I will see you on Sunday morning for the card kit, the monthly card kits launch, and that will be at 11 o'clock, and then I'll be back here in person next Wednesday as well, and right through until just before Christmas. we will be doing our 2 weekly video sessions. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Take care till then. Thanks very much. Bye.